From competitive clocking to competitive cooking, Saturday Kitchen takes over from us at 10 o'clock this morning. And Matt, you've got two very special guests with you this morning.
Very special. That was very easy to say. Well done for getting away with that one. Yes, our special guest today, Naga and Charlie Steak. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Is it nice to be here rather than on the red sofa?
I'm finding it all a bit weird, frankly.
Is it out of your comfort zone?
Do you know what I feel like doing? Which is my camera down here.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to BBC Breakfast. He's here. I don't know what he's doing here. I'm really confused.
Do you feel better for that? And you're just here for the laugh, aren't you? Food and drinks.
Always. Drinks.
Okay. So it's like a nice little day out for you both.
Yeah, why not?
Nice.
It's nice to get out, change the scene.
I feel strangely more comfortable knowing that you're there rather than down that lens, to be honest.
Oh,
I'm always...
Do you know what?
It's always disconcerting.
It's the false sense of security that you've lulled yourself into. I'm loving that.
Right, let's talk more later. Food heaven, food hell. It just so happens that the both of you kind of coincided with your likes and your dislikes. Give us a food heaven.
I don't like food.
Excellent. And it's begun. Okay. Give us a few of the top ingredients you like.
All right, garlic, love. Chilli, love.
Yeah.
Greens, spinach, green beans, love.
You concur?
Yeah, I'm very much on message and that stuff. I would also say big on the...
I love how you keep talking to camera.
Big on... I'm big on it. Camera 5, thank you very much. So, big on the lentils, liking all that kind of thing. And spicy food. I love spicy food. What else can I tell you?
Yeah.
Can I tell you about food hell? Food hell? Is that where you're going, Matt?
It was, but you
okay,
carry on.
So food hell. What about you, Naga? Food hell.
Food hell, I think anything sweet, Charlie. I'm sweet enough, so I don't like anything excessively sweet. I'm not really into desserts. White chocolate is the thing I really don't stand. What about you, Charlie?
Well, that's interesting you should ask me that.
Can somebody get me a chair?
What I'd say is that I'm not really a pudding person. Matt, I'm not really
you're coming back to me?
No, I thought I wanted to bring you in. Is that okay? I'm not really a pudding person. Okay. So if it's something, big piled up with cream and all those kind of things, it's not really for me, no.
Do you know what, though? The best thing is that we've got Oyster here as well.
I'll let you introduce it.
We have been given the best treats ever. Matt, honestly, it's better without you anyway. So we've got Oyster here, and you're going to dish up some amazing things for us.
And Charlie thinks it's a restaurant. He asked for the menu.
Yeah, he did.
I did ask for a menu, to be honest. And also, are you doing all the cooking?
Matt is doing a bit...
Can we just rearrange? Can we rearrange it?
He's doing the insignificant cooking, and I'm doing the majority of the cooking.
Well, that's a relief. That's a relief.
I'm going to make a roasted and pickled celeriac, a beautiful dish with sweet chili sauce, so your heat, Naga. And I'm going to make a slow-cooked chickpeas, tandoori flavor in oil, something that goes in the oven. You forget about it for 75 minutes. You come back, and it's all wonderful aromas.
Very nice. We have our resident drink expert here, Helen McGinn. She's reporting live from Leafy, Hampshire. What have you got for us, Hels?
Best person in the house.
Yeah.
I got the memo that these two are in, so we have ramped up the drink selection. We've got cocktails and wines, and I'll make sure that the wine waiter there in the corner keeps you topped up.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Helen, as I've always said, you are my kind of woman.
Do you know what? Interesting enough, I'm usually getting a count in my ear from you guys in the newsroom saying, hurry up, wrap it up. Not today. Not today, we're used to here. So will Naga and Charlie get good news or bad news at the end of the show? Go to the website to vote for Food Heaven or Food Hell, and we'll see you at 10.
Yeah, we'll see that. What's thrown me, I've just realised they're sitting the opposite way round to normal.
Yeah,
That's what's made it weird, yeah.
Or should this be like an Ant and Dec situation?
Yeah.
You only ever sit on one side.
Which one is which, Matt?
Even occurred to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to confuse the life out of me as well, to be honest, but that's easily done.
I've never seen this side of his face before.
How is that for you?
It's not great.
Hideously disfigured.
I'm worried about the sit. Look, I'm working out what to do with the legs here. It's
legs?
slightly worrying me because
Yes,
the glass
you've got
table,
space.
our legs are only occasionally on show.
You know this is TV, right? You know we're actually on telly. We're not just in a cafe having a chat.
Honestly, you should have heard Matt's rehearsal earlier on. It was
We're gonna have to
it was
leave it
bad,
there.
wasn't it?
We're having to wrap them up.
I don't know what he was doing.
Just fade them out. Fade them out.
Good luck, Matt. Have a good morning. That's Saturday Kitchen with Charlie and Naga this morning.
I cannot ignore the fact that Charlie's hair has got so big now. It's got... But hasn't it, Mike? Thank you for keeping us company this morning. It's been lovely to be here. Ben and Sally are back with breakfast tomorrow morning from 6.
Let's do a little portrait of you.
Hang on.
Okay,
I hope you're not reworking the
Get
monster
the watercolours.
one.
We'll be here all day.
Yeah.   Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good day. Bye.
Have a good day. 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 Have a good
is how we see the world, and this is how the deer do. There's more to this story than meets the eye.
Attenborough's Life in Colour starts Sunday the 28th of February on BBC One and iPlayer.
Good morning. Get set for 90 minutes of world-class food and second-rate company. This is Saturday Kitchen Live. And welcome to the show. I have to say, before we go on, my guest made me say that. Now, with me today is probably the only chef in the world to have a rap song named after him. Yotam Ottolenghi, good morning.
Good morning.
Bringing a sense of calm to the show, I'm feeling. Our drinks correspondent and #1 best-selling author in family activities, it's Helen McGinn.
Thank you very much, Matt. Good morning.
Good morning. How'd you get on with the drinks this week?
Oh, very well indeed. Thank you very much.
Now, you're probably used to waking up on a Saturday morning with today's special guest. They've been given a bit of a lay-in this week to come and join us. I'm sure they're going to keep me on my toes as usual. Please welcome BBC Breakfast, Naga and Charlie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, yes, I think we need to point out, Naga already has set the bar very low and said, go on, I dare you to say second-rate company. So there we go. There you go. I'm just gonna throw that out there to you.
You've got a weird way of clapping. Can I just say that? What is this kind of? What's this?
Like a seal. What is that? Like a performing seal, which is often what I feel like. Now listen, we didn't want you squabbling today, so Yotam's doing 2 dishes. It's kind of geared, one for you, based around what you like and dislike. So what's the first dish? And this is for Naga, right?
Yeah, that's tandoori confit chickpeas. So it's slow-cooked chickpeas with all the tandoori spices, some tomatoes, and then it's served with a really fresh yogurt sauce with coriander and mint.
Very nice. You love a chickpea, don't you, Charlie?
Well, look, this is so good. It may only be 10 in the morning, but that is so good.
And you haven't even had it
That
yet?
is a perfect dish.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Hels, how did you get on with the menu today? How did you get on with the wine pairings? Now listen, Naga, at the end of the show, food heaven, food hell.
That's what happens when you drink so much for a living, eh?
What's that?
You forget.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Anyway, sorry. Already you're throwing me. Listen, food heaven, food hell.
Yeah.
Now, it just so happens that what you like and what you like coincide. This is the first time
Isn't
this has
that
happened.
weird?
Who'd have
That is
thought?
Is
weird.
it? Yeah, isn't it? But then you spend a lot of time together. So you probably, you just kind of mould into...
Yeah,
We
funnily
don't
enough, we
normally
don't
eat-
eat on breakfast.
No.
I heard differently.
Funnily enough, we actually present the news, do our jobs,
Did you say odd jobs or do our jobs?
Do our jobs.
Do odd jobs. Now listen, okay, look, food heaven, food hell. What's your idea of food heaven? Give me some ingredients.
Garlic, chilli, greens. I love greens.
Yeah.
Loads of spice,
Okay.
depth of flavour.
Charlie?
Yeah, not dissimilar. I go for heat, curries, and,
Right.
And seafood and things
Okay.
like that. Yeah,
Excellent.
anything like that.
All right, what about hell?
Anything sweet. Too sweet.
Okay.
Hate white chocolate, and I don't like soup.
So we'll give you a watermelon soup.
Okay, super, that was a curveball. What about you, Charlie?
Is soup on the menu?
No.
Okay. So I'm not a pudding person, so I don't like a pudding. So a big stack of kind of cream and
Yeah,
all that.
not you.
I don't want
Okay.
that.
Well,
Are we
this-
going to get to use these, by the way?
Yeah, in
These
a minute.
arrived a minute
In a minute.
ago.
Let me read these words out loud.
Well, I don't know. I thought you said this was supposed to be like a free-form
Honestly,
route.
I can tell you by 1:15 you'll be eating and drinking.
That's
Actually, you won't. You won't
Naga goes first.
You need to leave it now. Right, so if the viewers give you heaven, it's going to be a spicy seafood curry and some cod. I'm going to finish that with some fried curry leaves and chopped coriander. But if the viewers give you hell, it's going to be a sticky sweet pud. So I'm going to make chocolate cream. Obviously, you're going to have to wait to the end of the show to find out which one the viewers vote for. Don't pull that face. Go and log onto the website where view votes for Naga and Charlie's Heaven or Hell, and you can also view the terms of privacy notices there as well. Now, as ever, you've been sending us in pictures of the dishes you've been making at home. I'm not very close to the table, so we've improvised. We've got this.
No.
See, that
What
was-
are they, Matt? What are the dishes?
I don't know. They're just a collection. It's a collection of
What?
dishes.
So you're just pointing at
Well, this
There's
one's
some
that
mussel.
one looks like a pie.
Yes, I did
Can
a
I help
pie.
you there?
I think
Did you make that?
I made that a while ago. That's
Did you not
lots of
recognise
buco.
it?
It's been a while. You know what it's like in this game. There's some peas.
though, isn't it? Because you need a proper chef in the house.
I'll ignore that. Them going in, just send them over to us at saturday.kitchen@cactustv.co.uk.
Do we all get one of those big sticks?
Or you can, no, this is just for me. Or you can share them using the hashtag Saturday Kitchen. Look, it's like those 3D cinemas. When you go close. Right, musical chair time. Charlie, you need to leave the building.
Do I actually get a drink?
Can we get Charlie a drink?
No, but
please?
they told me they said when you're coming in here, you get...
You
get a drink and you get food.
It's like a weekend mini break, isn't it?
Just like, you know, when?
Right, all in good time. So if you
Honestly,
leave...
he's worrying me with that.
If you leave the building...
Has this been checked with the health and safety people?
It's a sense of power. Matt, thank you, Matt. Very good, we rehearsed that.
That was good.
Right, Charlie, you need to disappear. Yotam, what are we cooking?
So we're doing the roasted and pickled celeriac to really inject it with a lot of
So
flavour.
ugly, though, isn't it?
It's knobbly and
Harsh.
beautiful in its own particular way, right? It's not ugly.
It is ugly. It is empty.
Like I said before, it's not a restaurant, it's a TV show.
There's no menu.
We'll get those
There's
soon. It's sat here, waiting. There's a system. We need to follow the rules.
No, never follow the rules, Matt. Today is not a day for following the rules. I promise you. I promise you.
So I'm tea with lots of oil and olive oil and flaky salt. And what happens is that the outside turns from white to this kind of golden colour, which is a beautiful colour.
Walked in, everyone ducks, don't they?
Oh gosh, you never say those things, right? You never say those things like no disasters.
What could go wrong?
They just happen, right?
That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have this aura of being super chilled and super...
Let me just wipe this. So this dish is made out of 3 elements. The sauce. We met on the show before, haven't we?
Oh, we did a New Year's show, didn't we? Had so much fun.
The good old days.
In the days when we could stand next to each other. Yeah,
I
actually got to do some cooking.
I believe you said I'm going to go to his restaurant. That was 4 years ago.
I know, I can't go now, can I?
She can't come to my restaurant.
Not yet.
But we really hope that we're going to be able to open in May, right?
Yes, we will.
It's been such a disaster.
I know. Be confident. It's going to happen.
I'm trying to be calm. I'm going to lift it with my hand so I don't bring all the pickling juices with me, just some of them.
Okay.
And kind of spread it around. And that crunch will really make it all come. The most beautiful thing, the pièce de résistance, is the garlic and the chili. They're just so...
I like food like this because it's like grab and go food.
It's quite elaborate grab and go food.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's takeaway food. I'm not saying you stop off.
Yeah.
But you know when you have friends around, when we're going to be allowed to have friends around again, and you don't want to be you don't want to be stuck kind of doing formal dishes. I just like loads of dishes out and people can just grab bits and chat.
And also you could do this up and then be working on something else, so it'll sit quite happily for everything you do looks unmistakably Ottolenghi, I'd say. If you weren't here and I looked at that plate of food, I'd know that was you.
I try really hard to stay on the party line, you know?
Yeah. We do that.
Yeah, all the time. What does your food look like? Just chaotic?
Oh, it's like what's in my head.
Chaotic.
Oh, my God.
Is that right?
Right, it looks amazing. Remind us what it's called.
Okay, so...
Charlie some wine before he...
I reckon he's already on it.
Before he kick... Oh, he's got some.
I reckon he's already
Didn't
on
want
it.
him to kick off. So, Hells, what have we got here?
Well, before I get to the wine, can I just point out that Gary Barlow's been in touch via Instagram to say he much admires your new pointer, Matt.
Oh, thank you very much, Gary. Thank you for noticing that. Is that true?
And it's not a euphemism.
Is that actually true? Brilliant. Right,
I wouldn't make something like that up.
He was on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he
wasn't
was.
Yeah.
What a lovely man.
Were you nice to him?
I was really nice to
Were
him.
you?
What a lovely
Where's
man.
that gone?
Should we find out
What were you going to say?
Let's find out what we're drinking. What are we drinking, Hells?
So until now.
Great
Now the price
secret.
is going up. That's delicious, Hells.
Really lovely.
This is in another league. Honestly, it is outstanding.
You've made something so ugly, so beautiful. Can you work on him next?
Right, coming up. I'll just move on. Coming up, I'm making a baked cheese
Hells, this is
patisserie
great.
for Charlie and Naga, and Helen will be giving us the lowdown on some of the best cocktails available for home delivery. Don't forget to send in your foodie photos or questions to us at Saturday. Log onto the website now.
Are you going to claim that Gary Barlow's your mate now?
Totally am. Right, whilst we polish this off, I'll let you guys at home enjoy more of Rick Stein's Frenchy Veggie. it. A bit of food and culture on a Saturday morning. You're welcome. OK, so we were looking at cheese there in the Auvergne. Famous area, famous for its cheeses. As is Britain. We do an awful lot of very good cheese markets.
Snob.
Yes, you'll love this. This is just brilliant. It's made with raw milk, so it's kind of, you know, as pure and natural as you could possibly get, cheese-wise. It's just lovely. It's got a very soft texture. It's got a lingering taste. Rick was talking about... Why are you laughing at me?
Always.
I'm being informative.
It's my MO.
Rick was talking about sort of that farmyardy taste, which is a good thing, and it is here. So anyway, so try and get your hands on this. It is brilliant. OK, so, and what's better than cheese on its own? Wrapping it in pastry. So that's what I'm going to do.
Well, that sounds
Don't
good.
look like that.
What have you got on your wrist? Is it like a little leather hippie thing? What's that? What is that?
I've had them since the summer. These are like those, you know, those middle-aged cry for help.
I didn't like to say it, but... yeah.
Anyway.
Do you know, does it smell? Because I remember...
No, because I shower regularly. But I know what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for...
Yeah, I'm just watching closely.
Anyway, let's look at a recipe.
Do you think, no, so just to relax you a little bit,
Yeah.
do you think feta would be quite nice like that?
That wouldn't work.
Why not?
No, of course it would.
And then
Yes.
and then he's changed the puff for phyllo.
Should we have a poll as to who we think's got the
See,
right
this
call
is,
on
this
that
is
one?
the
Should we have a
evolution
poll
of
on that?
recipes.
This just proves my point. Your Tam should be doing all of it. Because he's got all the better ideas.
Oh my god!
But yeah, but that, I mean, that's exactly how recipes are made, right?
I'm never coming back.
You look at...
I think we should have a poll. Who do we prefer, Yo Tam or...
Yeah, I think definitely an internet poll immediately. Right now, call it up.
Right.
Let's find out what Gary Barlow thinks.
So here's the cheese. I'm going to crack on with this. Now, listen, you guys got some oysters in front of you. Because this was a demand from Naga.
It wasn't a demand.
It was a demand.
It was a polite request.
It was a total
because
demand.
The last time I was on with Yo Tam, I'd never had raw oysters, and I was very, very nervous about having them. And the best way to have oysters, obviously, is to have brilliant chefs around you who tell you how to eat them. And Yo Tam, you introduced me to these. Matt had nothing to do with it. And I
remember right.
Pardon?
Was he here?
Was who here? And they were amazing, and I've eaten them ever since. And so, Charlie, do you like an oyster?
Well, I'm going to give it a try.
You know, they're an aphrodisiac.
Give it a try.
They're an aphrodisiac. So maybe if we both had oysters,
Steady.
we might... No. We might end up liking each other. That might be a step forward, eh?
Do you know what I've noticed so far about this show, right? Here are my reflections so far. That when Yo Tam is talking, everything is calm, and it's like an ebb and flow. It's like a roller coaster, this show. and then Matt comes on, and it's a whole different... It's like a different programme.
Yeah. I've noticed even the way Yo Tam chops, a spring onion. It's so calming and authoritative, and then you just see Matt running around with a knife.
Hammering away at the pastry there. What's going on? What's
Eat your
happening?
oysters.
Okay,
Please.
and so we've got a shallot and wine vinegar.
Yeah, a little shallot relish.
Just pour it in a bit.
Well, just have you got a little spoon? Yeah, just put a little bit in there.
Yo Tam, can you talk us through how you're supposed to eat an oyster? What's the official guidance on this? Can you?
If Matt will move away because of social distancing, I can't
Matt,
really
if you
get
can just
close.
get out the way.
Yeah, Matt, can you move?
I'm a bit busy. Quite busy here.
So, Yo Tam, are you
vinegar and shallots, pickled shallot and vinegar. It's wonderful. You don't need to add any salt. Salty enough from the sea.
All in one go?
Can I get the roll?
Can you
run the show?
No.
Are you going to do... Is your director going to do real close-ups of us eating now?
Yeah,
I hope so. I will make a point of...
Come on.
Boy.
Go.
Can we get real close up?
What are we
But
going to
in
do?
all fairness, it's no wonder that Matt is a bit anxious with you two in the room.
Why? Why would you be?
It's intimidating. If there was a real chef in here and I had to cook, I'd be intimidated as well.
We have a real chef here, and then we've got Matt.
I kind of knew this was going to happen, to be honest. I'd build myself up for this. Right, Oh, hello.
I'm just heaven. I'm having another.
Out of its shell.
So, Charlie, you've
that age,
never actually had a raw oyster until now?
No.
Wow.
Yo Tam, can I just say that I finished, my plate was clear. I was trying not to let Matt, the floor manager, take my plate away because I wanted to show you that I'd completely demolished the celeriac.
Right. So you could get a little bit of the chickpeas later.
Is this the appropriate time to say,
How is
I'm
it?
a really messy eater?
Yeah, that's a great time.
Really messy eater.
Is that a brand new show?
It's kind of a...
Wow.
Kind of a sign of enjoying yourself.
That's
though,
what I
isn't it?
think. That's what I always say when my shirt is covered in food.
Yeah.
So it's
It's a
compliments
sense
to
of
the chef,
enjoyment.
basically.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
How was the oyster?
That is lovely. That is lovely. What did you say? What is the sauce?
That's just a shallots vinegar. Shallots and I think that was red wine vinegar and a little bit of sugar. But you can have them with Tabasco, have them raw.
Yeah,
Thank
with this
you.
wine, by the way, I know I missed the wine explanation, but I'm thinking hints of yellow pepper and that, yeah?
Look at Helen's face.
Ask Helen.
Helen's there.
No, I did just, I literally read,
You just read the brief.
I did read the back of the bottle, to be fair. That's why, yes. But
Can I
it's
just
really
read?
nice.
Do you know what? I've got a list of questions as long as your arm, and I haven't read any of them yet. It's going to be very informative chat.
Who wrote
Who's
those
the
Give us the
questions
best
down?
one.
Who is
What's
the
the best one?
professional
What's the best
interviewer?
question?
Yeah.
Okay. For everyone at home and Gary Barlow who wants to know about this recipe, let me just recap. Okay, so got the cheese and I blanched the spinach, squeeze it out so there's no...
I mean, there's only so many times it's going to work.
Well, it's only one name.
Yeah. Should we just get him up on the phone so he can join
We
the party?
should, honestly, Gary Barlow, if you are there, give us a call, get in touch. You've got someone's
He might as
number,
well
I'm
be
sure.
here because Matt's going to
Might as
bang
If you
on
are
about
there,
it
it's
for the
not a
whole programme.
seance.
If you're watching. Oh, Yotam, look what you did.
Oh,
You're
look,
so
Look what I
good.
did. It doesn't even look
Matt, do
Ottolenghi,
you want
does
to take
it?
the credit for that?
Totally am. You know how that works. Right, okay, thank you very much. You've had a tough year, right?
Everyone's had a tough year.
Everyone's had a tough year, but to read for 3.5 to 4 hours a day, to read that news, that's pretty hard going. How do you get away from that?
You've really brought the tone down, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know,
Seriously.
I thought you were going to ask. I thought it was going to be
exactly.
something like, oh, do you know, what's it like getting up in the morning or something? You've gone.
But, for everyone who kind of is turned off to the news and you just kind of want a bit of relaxation, don't tune into Saturday Kitchen. It's just not worth it. At least we went back to... Yotam's going to take over and then it'll be loads better.
I thought that was a really good question.
What's the next one? Is this so can I have a look at the list? Can I see
What's your
the
favourite
list?
colour?
I want to see the
band?
list.
I'll tell you what,
How many
thank
questions
goodness-
are there down there?
Well, look, there's my
Can I see?
questions.
Can I see?
This is
What are
see the
your, what are
list?
your
No, I
questions?
can't. There you go.
What are your questions?
Am I allowed to touch that?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Oh, you can touch paper.
Look, here we go. Here's
There we go,
it.
there we
Here
go.
with my.
With your
There we go.
magician's
Do you want to know what these questions
Yeah,
are?
come on, let's do it.
All right then.
This is how our producers feel.
Okay, here we go. Question 1 on Matt's list, right? Naga, you always put me on edge.
Oh,
Hold on, Charlie, how do you cope with that?
how do you cope with Matt feeling on edge?
Here's the next
That's
one.
a smart
Do you
question.
want to hear question 2, right? Here we
go
go. He's worked hard on these.
Really.
How do you switch off? Oh, great question. How do you switch off? And do you ignore the news when you're not working?
Do you?
What's this stand
No, answer any of my questions.
They're not-
They're telling me I've got a minute. Can we finish it?
I can't even read them. What does that one
This has
say?
never happened before.
What is
Can we
that?
just?
Presently always what the hell? What's that?
What?
Does it to report? Oh, that's the one you just did about how
Wow,
horrible
look
it
at
is
that.
doing.
How horrible it is.
Look at the food.
That
Look
was
at the
Matt
food.
pretending to be sympathetic.
Done it twice. What is that?
What's that?
Done it twice. What,
Done
who's
it
done what
twice?
No, you see that? I don't even know what that says.
Okay, can we just concentrate on the food a second?
How's it
Right.
going over there? What's going on?
Okay, so pastry's cooked. Can we see this? Can we get a shot of that? It's all melty cheese. Nice, what's it? Garlic and spinach and the like.
So it's informative, this, isn't it? Nice what?
Mind is, right?
Okay.
When he's prepping for this programme,
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
He's going to go, any standout memories from your time presenting breakfast? Interesting beaver chat. That's what you got, is it? You just...
Twice, I've
What?
noticed. Twice you've been on that sofa chatting about beavers.
They're beautiful animals. Gotta love a beaver.
Not where that went on.
They bring joy, don't they, beavers?
Right.
Can I
there
just
you go.
point out, my glass is empty. How does this work?
Me too.
Wait.
Me too.
Try that. Try that, please.
Please. Are you begging now?
We've got to bring the show back
Look
on
at
track.
this.
It's
Look at this.
the show back on track.
You take it. We're getting some more wine in a minute. I think I want some as well. So what will I be
Yotam,
making
you've
for
made this
Naga and
look
Charlie at the end of the show?
fantastic, honestly.
Will it be, if we make it that far, will it be their food heaven, spicy go and curry? If so, I'm going to fry onions and garlic and green. Time for our weekly Floyd fix now. as Keith gives us a whistle-stop tour of New Orleans before trying to impress with his take on a Cajun classic. Have a look. Adding coconut milk, prawns, scallops, and some cod. I'm going to finish that with some fried curry leaves and chopped coriander. Or will it be their food hell, fruit clafouti? So my clafouti is going to be packed with mixed berries and almonds and vanilla. I'm going to bake that.
A beaver.
Not where that went, Tom.
They bring joy, don't they, beavers?
Right.
Can I just...
Me too.
Try that. Try that, please.
Please.
Some cod. I'm going to finish that with some fried curry leaves and chopped coriander. Or will it be their food hell? So I'm going to fry onions and garlic and green beans and aubergines, tomatoes and chilli with a spicy curry paste before adding coconut milk, prawns, scallops, and some cod. I'm going to finish that with some fried curry leaves and chopped coriander. Or will it be their food hell, fruit clafouti? So my clafouti is going to be packed with mixed berries and almonds and vanilla. I'm going to bake and have your say. Time for our weekly Floyd fix now. As Keith gives us a whistle-stop tour of New Orleans before trying to impress with his take on a Cajun classic. Have a still to come, Helen's hosting a Saturday kitchen cocktail party. You got your frock?
Oh, yes, obviously.
A cocktail party, and she recommends some of the best cocktails that you can get delivered right to your door. And Charlie and Naga will be facing either food heaven or food hell. A go-in seafood curry or a baked fruit clafouti with hot white chocolate sauce. It's looking like hell right now. Usually at this point, I'd go, come on, if you want them to have heaven, you need to vote. I'm not so sure today. Anyway, go and log on to the website now.
Is it really? Is it literally? Can you see it tracking as we speak?
Yeah, we can.
Really? You're just making it up.
It's not. It's Gary Barlow at home just doing that. He's repeat.
How many times is that now? It's
What's
like
that?
8 times that you've mentioned it.
Do you know how excited I am? Anyway, right. Should we do some more cooking?
He's gobsmacked. He's got nothing else to say in the world, and it's packed with flavour.
Do you know, I love it when there's a dish like that, where literally just chucking it all in.
You do a lot of these at home?
Well, that kind of, when you have a one-pot thing, everything goes in, put it away.
And you go and read
Relax,
the paper.
do something else. Lovely. Go and read the news, obviously. All the time at home. That's the main thing that happens constantly.
And now quite a bit of olive oil. So the recipe...
Think about putting that much oil in a dish like that, because you put in kind of like almost like half a bottle in there.
No, it was 200 ml. It's a cup, right?
Right.
But that's absolutely fine, because that would serve, 4 or 6 people, each one.
Finished product doesn't actually have lots and lots of oil attached, does it? It seems to have soaked up a lot.
No, it soaks it up. Which is...
If I were making a casserole like that, I would be maybe do something like a chicken, but then I've done pulses. That's the word I'm looking for. Gone big on the pulses lately.
Okay.
So all those things you can just tip in and mix in.
Right.
So definitely like that.
What sort of spices? Do you go kind of Asian or...
Well, do you know what I've started doing lately is almost everything I cook, I put turmeric in.
Why is that?
Don't know, really.
Okay.
Just do it. Well, number one, no, it's very good for you, isn't it? Turmeric is extremely good for you. How about this? It's good for you and it tastes nice.
Who knew?
Is that right? Is that pass?
Just make sure the stains can't come off, really. So you want to. That's my only point. But it's a wonderful thing.
You're so practical.
And no, it's I've got. It was a mistake to wear a white shirt today. There is turmeric, but
you've made no mess whatsoever.
I'm just trying to show him up, and Naga is not here, so I'm trying to do a better job.
There's a theme developing today, isn't
Do you know what? In the break when I came back in, we had to wipe down the table here already from the mess I'd made from one dish. That's how it works. But it's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Can we get serious again?
Okay,
yeah.
No, it is like that. Honestly, here it's like that. It's like we go into a different zone and we're all calm. And it's like...
They got back.
Isn't it like that? I can see you're the same. You're like, And they're telling you in your ear, say something, but you're in the zone.
Can I say what I've got here?
Go on, please do.
So I've got the...
Impressed by that.
TV friendly.
Is that how it is?
Yeah. No,
right.
I don't know. I have no idea.
How come Helen's already made this?
Because she has to match the wine. So they make it.
Of course. Yeah. I should have realised that. So Helen, how was it? Did you make it as good as this?
Well, the thing is, I get obviously sent the recipe, but brilliantly with the Yotam's recipes, they often come with a picture, so I have something to aspire to. So sometimes when they come without a picture, it doesn't quite look the same.
So can I ask you, who when you come up with a recipe, who do you test it on to make sure there's no obvious flaws when someone makes it at home?
So I have a whole system which is the Ottolenghi test kitchen. So it's a bunch of people testing recipes, coming up with ideas, and I'm very lucky in that respect. And they often are credited on the cookbook. So for instance, this book where Well, not this one, but the one where the celeriac is from is called Flavor. And I've written it with Oyster Belfridge, who's an incredibly talented cook. And we all stand together. Each one gives their little piece of advice, and that's how the dish improves.
Are you never tempted? Do you not need someone who doesn't really know how to cook? Do you have someone like that? Because you're clearly talking about someone who can cook.
Yeah. So there is someone who knows how to cook. She lives in Wales. Her name is Claudine.
There's probably more than one person in Wales who can cook. We should probably point that out.
Two.
Is there one in the room?
Sorry, as you were.
And she tests every recipe I've ever published on her family. And she is a very good cook, and she's a professional. But she gives me all the information that I need in terms of, like, you know, my kids didn't love it. My mother-in-law thought it was great, but she couldn't stand the ricotta, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All this is really valuable input. And I'm a firm believer in letting someone who's, you know, an outsider from your environment taste the food and give you a really honest opinion. It's really helpful sometimes, you know, like, because you try something, sometimes you forget what people like.
If you need more people like that, can I just say...
I saw myself up for that
gig. Quite happy to do that.
That's very generous of you.
But he's not saying anything, so...
No,
that's gone nowhere, right?
I said nothing.
No, whatever.
Fell off deaf ears. And that's it.
And that's really practically it. I mean, you've seen...
Hey, right, there you go. I know you've been excited about this one. Hells, what are we drinking with this?
So for this one, the flavours are very different because of that slow cooking. They're quite great price. I love this wine. It's so warming.
This is one of your best, I think. I love this. This is delicious.
What should
really
I be doing with this? This is lovely. Absolutely, it's lovely. What should I be doing with this?
Have a spoon. Just put it
pour that yogurt
I'll pour it even. I haven't got a spoon.
Just got a bit of fork it on.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, all of it, if you like.
Is that too much? Do you know what? If I have a quibble about restaurants, is when there's not enough sauce. Yeah. Do you know, you sometimes you have a sauce accompaniment, it's tiny, or it's in a separate thing. It's a
very
tiny
annoying.
little.
That was very big in the 90s.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're over that now. We give a lot of sauce.
Really?
Right?
Because almost every time I'm eating out, I say, can I have about 4 of those? You know, those little sauces.
Extra.
This is so good.
This is delicious. So's this. Let's move on to Wales now. Salmon shorp. It's delicious, very light. It's lovely. I might show it to you in a minute, or not. Where do you think we've gone with this?
Well, I think you gave us a hint earlier on. I think I know which direction it's gone.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be hell.
No, really?
What do you think?
Because we gang up on him.
Yeah.
Someone has to stand up for him, right? Like,
he fixes it. Is that what you're saying?
That what
There's no fixing. No fixing.
Have you just done that, like, oh, I'm so sweet and they're being so mean to me thing?
Yes, I did that routine. Breaking news.
He's been waiting all morning, hasn't he? All morning.
This is really big because we haven't had a vote quite like this for a long time. 76% of people want you to have hell yes. Yes. Thank you to everyone who voted. 76% a year. So usually I could sway it the other way. I didn't really feel like it today.
Do you always have such glee when it happens?
Totally.
Really?
I revel in misery. Right, I'll get on. Okay, so I was enjoying that too much, sorry. Yotam, so you're going to macerate the fruit. So we've got frozen berries, okay? Why are you in shock?
Well...
What, that after you're mean to the host
of
the nation's favourite cookery show?
I'm not disputing it's the nation's favourite cookery show. The fact that we're all having a laugh off this.
Does everyone eat?
No, just you two.
Okay.
Because you're special.
Thank you.
Right, so let's bring that up. I've got a list of questions here. I don't think we need those anymore. Let's get rid of those. So into here it's going to go the flour and the cream and the milk. This has got to go like that. Now's a good time to chat.
Go on, then ask your questions. You've manipulated your audience.
You work with other people. Yeah. Who's your favourite? Or can you not decide?
Oh, what? Other than us two?
Questions, Charlie only.
I'm busy drinking. Do you mind? You're just bothering me with questions. I'm very happy sitting here being cooked for a dish that I don't want, and you're bothering me with questions.
I don't think anyone on this show has ever double parked like you two are. So you've still got the last week, and you're clutching the.
But the old-fashioned's great. Hells, you've done really well here. With the,
What's it like having, as your sous chef, one of the most renowned chefs in the world? How about that?
Isn't it fun? It's a great show. It's a great show.
But
normally.
Do you, Matt, when you've got Yotam on, do you think, right, I've got to raise my game, you know, the night before?
When I've got Yotam on, it means I can't go to a Yotam cookery book and make a Yotam dish on the show.
This is why you got the cheese baked in puff pastry. It goes back to the cookery books he used to read in the 1980s.
Can I ask you, what do you make of Matt's cooking?
I really want to be back on the show.
Good answer. Good answer.
Come on, Matt, give us a question.
That is a proper politician's answer.
You know, I tell you what, you haven't explained what clafouti is.
Oh. I have explained the food, haven't I?
No, well, not really. Not like in historical terms. Like it's a French. It's a rustic French dessert. Normally, it uses fresh cherries, and you pour the batter on. You stick it straight to the oven.
Can we focus away from me and straight onto Yotam? Because I'm not necessary here.
It's the epitome of a French summer, right? So it's like a custardy sponge that you just put fresh fruit and you eat it. And the French even have the cherries with the pits in. So you eat it, you take the pip out, you eat it, and it's a custard and a sponge mixed together.
Can I go back to the...
It's quite annoying, though.
Can I go back to... Yotam, can I go back to where we started with this food heaven and food hell thing? Because I said I'm not a pudding person. Yotam, are you a pudding person? If you were given the choice of a starter or a pudding, which...
Yeah, I've got for all my sins, I have spent quite a few years being a pastry chef in restaurants. So I've been trained as a pastry chef. So I do love puddings. I don't know if I would add white chocolate to the clafouti, but that was his choice. So
that was their hell.
That was their hell.
So you get the list. So you hate white chocolate. So I thought, what would make this worse?
Too sweet.
Yeah.
White chocolate.
Let's do it.
There we are. Right.
So what is in that bowl now, Matt?
So this.
What have we got there?
Thank you for asking. 4 eggs.
Trying to help out.
Yeah, you are. 4 eggs, sugar, doubles in volume, flour, a little bit of flour, and some milk, some cream.
If you were to hand whisk that, because not everyone has one of those,
It would take a while.
It would take a long while, wouldn't it?
It would, but you could do it.
Yeah, you should share the work around the household if you were lucky enough to have enough people.
But the handheld mixers, they're cheap and they're really, really useful. I mean, if anyone wants to make meringues or batters, etc., doing it by hand is just not practical. And you can get something cheaper than that.
And also the upside of those, the handheld whiskers, is you can hold them up and then squirt all over the place.
Fair enough.
And we've done very sort of similar things in the past, unwittingly, I'd say.
What are you doing now with your...
I'm putting the fruit in. If the batter falls down, and then it puffs up around it, some flaked almonds over the top. You then give it to Yotam. He then makes that happen, and he brings back a cooked one.
Would you choose this as a dessert?
Totally would. All day long. There's that classic, it was the Ivy. I believe it was a Mark Hicks.
Oh, yeah. The
amazing chef. Iced white berries.
Yeah.
Iced white berries. Iced berries with white chocolate, hot white chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
So that was kind of where I was going with this.
Just not with a clafouti.
Just not with a clafouti, which is also delicious.
Which is also delicious.
Have we rebooked, Yotam? Have we done that? Tom, don't laugh at that.
I've got Amanda on quick dial, you know.
Oh, so you don't have to slice it and put it out like a bit of cake or anything?
Well, I would. I'd probably, if this was...
It's a pudding.
Oops.
Those are very big... Can I just say those are very big portions?
Well, you've got
very big portions.
You've got to tuck in. Because it's your hell and you need to try it.
Yotam, can you just have a look at it and tell us what you think?
I think it looks like it should look. It looks great. I wouldn't do... I mean, the white chocolate and the white chocolate just... push it aside and tuck into the actual clafouti. It'll be all right. Avoid your hell.
What's that you're doing now?
I'm putting some garnish on. Nobody's ever focused
So much on you.
Is Gary
Right.
Barlow still watching?
Of course he is.
Do you think Gary would like this? Your mate Gary?
I don't know, actually. I'll ask him later.
Okay.
Just call him.
What's that you're pouring on? So you're pouring on the white chocolate?
Yeah, I'm putting...
Is that going to solidify or is
I'm
it
putting
too...
double on. Right. There you go, cherubs. Look at that face. Go on in.
To be honest with you, Matt, I think that does look nice.
Thanks.
It does look nice.
Thanks. Right. Naga, while you're deciding whether to eat it or not, the nation wants you to. Hells, what's in my glass?
Well, so you know. So
Really?
get some if you see it. Taste of cherries. It's got the bubbles and a slight sweetness to sit with the custard.
Delicious, Charlie. You
Well-
absolute legend for trying. You, take your elbow off the table.
Can I just say, the white chocolate tastes just like custard.
It's a cream.
It doesn't taste like white chocolate.
Well, there you go. Well, it's diluted with loads of double cream. How is that, Naga? Have you actually... Do you like my casual look? This says I've given up. Let us know what you're on. Right, that's all for today on Tandoori Kitchen Live. Thanks to Yotam, Helen, and of course Naga and Charlie. All the studio recipes are on the website, bbc.co.uk/Tandoori Kitchen. I've got more Best Bites for you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on BBC Two, and I'll be back here live next week with Georgina Hayden, Dr. Rupy, and Emily Atack. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.
Everyone. As you know, Red Nose Day is coming up, so what are you doing? People in these tough times. Mate, are you joking? By entertaining the kids with a family challenge, or you can share a smile by putting a Red Nose Day poster in the window. It's great.
Funny is power.
Please, this is serious, okay? Everyone can make a difference.
So put your funny self to good use for Red Nose Day and make a difference.